Right, this is blog 5 of my Keeway Superlight 125. I've now done mileage 94 kilometres, and I report the bike. It's mixed reviews this time round, I'm afraid. I took it on quite a ride before, basically the first time I've actually been on a hefty ride to see what the bike was like. I'm sad to report a few niggles on the bike. The first of which was it was fine, but once it gets warmed up, the gears seem a little bit vague of where they are, and you're quite trying to find them, which could be me being a new rider, but I'm sure that, you know, I might be getting this looked at because there is quite a lot of play in it as well, which you can see. Secondly, as I got to my destination, and I went in, had a coffee, and I was away from the bike for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and when I came out and tried to start the bike, it wouldn't start. Now it could be down to the fact that I'd flooded the carbs, I don't know, but it wouldn't start. Kickstart wouldn't start it either. Eventually I got it started on the electric start, and it was fine, it ran fine, and it was alright, and off I went. And on the way home, mentioned again, the gearing again seemed very, very vague, and at one point I couldn't get it into gear at all. It then died at the side of the road, so I had to push the bike to the side of the road, and then I managed to get it into first, and it wouldn't start at all. It was absolutely dead, like the battery had died on the bike. Didn't matter what I did, it was dead completely. Fuel was on, everything was on, checked it all, couldn't do anything. I was, got it to neutral, thought, right, I'm going to have to phone the RAC here, because it just wouldn't start at all. It literally was a nightmare. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it started, first time. It went from being completely dead, like the battery was dead, to start and being fine. And then it rolled home absolutely perfect, without a fault. And now I'm just I shouldn't really start it because the garage door's not open, but I'm just wondering whether or not it will actually fire, and I'm just going to jump on. Ooh. Now it started the first time and it's running, but the fuel's not on, so it will probably cut out in a minute. Now I can't understand why, for the life of me, before the bike cut out. I just can't, and I don't know what was wrong with it, because as I say, the engine, it's not done any miles yet. Maybe it's my riding, but as I say, it was completely dead, like the battery had died, and then obviously it started and away it went. So I don't know if it was a dirty earth or something, and I think I'm going to have to get into my local Keeway dealer to obviously have a look at, and see what they say, because as I say, it's not, that wasn't right. It's not right that it should cut out like that, and as I say, once it got warm, like the gearbox oil was warm, gearing wasn't great, and I don't know if the bike's been put together great. But as I say, if anybody has any ideas why it did this, why it cut out, please drop me a line. I'd be happy to know. But as you've just seen now, it started first time, and as I say, everything was right. This switch was fine. It wasn't up like that, it was off, so it wasn't the kill switch. And as I say, the main niggle I've had is once it's warm, it seemed like a bugger to start. Like you can flood this carb very easily. But apart from that, overall the bike's been great. The riding experience is good. Again, it's a little bit slow on the speed. Could be a bit quicker. Especially 30-40 mile an hour roads great, but 60 mile an hour roads, it's not brilliant, and it never will be. But that's just personally me. I could be just being a moaning bastard. But if anybody has any advice for me on the bike, please drop me a line. I'd be happy, if anybody in the Keeway world has any advice. I'm going to leave it there, but if anybody wants to drop me a line, please do.